Hi, today we will see mainly four type of for loops in Node.js. The main concern here what I am about to tell is while writing the for loop, if we are using any callback or any asynchronous function like callback, promise or async await, all the for loops work apart from dot for each. So dot for each is the new one, is easiest one, but it doesn't work well with promises or any asynchronous call. So let's see. So I will make it first a little bit simpler. I'll just remove this asynchronous call. So this is an asynchronous function. I'll remove it. Okay, so there is no asynchronous function. Run it. Node for loop.js. So here we can see that how it got printed. So this is the normal for loop, like our traditional for loop where we initialize I and then just check the length and just increment it one by one. Then we have like index in for in actually, then we had for off, and then the latest one where we use dot for each, like array dot for each. So here if we see, oh, it's this name markers in for loop is being printed synchronously. Then marker at position, this is in condition, this is also printed normally. Then we had off, name is marker's name is Norman and name is Christian, so that is also working fine. Then we had for each name, that is also working good. So at the end we are printing for each loop, for each loop ended, then last line. Now let us enable the asynchronous calls. Control Z, Control Z, and this is the asynchronous function which will wait for 2 seconds, then it will get resolved. So while calling this asynchronous function we are using await, and for await we are using here async, and we are calling this my for loop at the last line, that is line 45. Let me save it and rerun it. So now we can see that we are waiting for 2 seconds, it's got resolved. So this is done, then this is also done. So it is working in a synchronous way. It is waiting for this to get resolved everywhere. But if we have checked here this array dot for each, here we can see that for each name it has printed all the name, but it has not printed the resolved. Here if you see, it has first printed the name, then it has printed the resolved, but here it has not printed the resolved. And also it has gone to the last line, that is for loop ended, then the last line. It has printed all, executed all these lines, line 40, line 42, then it came to line 38 once it got resolved, and it then successfully printed all those. So in for each we can't use asynchronous call. So if we need to wait for something like I have made a database call, or I have made some file reading or any asynchronous call, then in that case we need to use any of the other for loops. Dot for each will not work. So that's all for this tutorial. If you like this video, then don't forget to give a thumbs up, and a sub to the channel would be incredible. Thank you. See you again.